अर्शी खान एंड वेलकम टू एमबीए विद अर्शी खान। और मैं एक और एपिसोड के साथ आपके सामने हूं जहां पे मैं जितनी भी एक्सपीरियंस जो आपको हेल्प कर सकते हैं बीइंग एन एमबीए एस्पिरेंट, राइट, जो भी लाइक राइट फ्रॉम स्कोरिंग गुड इन एग्जाम्स, राइट फ्रॉम कॉलेज लाइफ, प्लेसमेंट, इंटर्नशिप, हम सारी चीजों को डिस्कस करेंगे। एंड टुडे आई हैव अभिरूपा, राइट, जो कि आपको बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प करने वाली है बिकॉज शी इज इन हर फाइनल ईयर ऑफ एमबीए एट NMIMS मुंबई, जो कि कई सारे स्टूडेंट्स का ड्रीम कॉलेज होता है। तो इस वीडियो को स्टार्ट करने से पहले हम थोड़ा सा आपके बारे में जानना चाहते हैं अभिरूपा, सो दैट student will get to have an idea that how was your journey from being an aspirant to finally on the urge of completing your MBA. Yeah, over to you.
Sure. So hi everyone, my name is Abhirupa, as Arshi has mentioned. So I'm now in my final trimester of in NMIMS Mumbai. So there are different specializations as well in NMIMS Mumbai, and I'm doing business analytics in MBA. So that's my course here, and it's a 2 years course basically. And the main thing which I would want to say about business analytics is it's a relatively new field. Like all the premier colleges are introducing this new field, which is business analytics, because it is a lot in demand. So I always wanted to proceed in this career, and that's why I chose this field. And I'm happy that now I know I took the right decision looking at the career graph of my colleagues.
Yeah. So Abhirupa, like, I just wanted to know that what was your educational background in terms of graduation before entering into NMIMS Mumbai, and how was your, like, आपने ऑलरेडी एनमैट क्लियर किया होगा, देन आपको कॉल आया होगा, इंटरव्यू हुआ होगा, तो वो पूरा प्रोसेस क्या था और आपके ग्रेजुएशन ने किस तरह से आपको हेल्प किया या नहीं किया, दैट आई जस्ट वांट टू नो, सो दैट स्टूडेंट्स को कहीं ना कहीं अगर वो भी उसी फेज में है तो उनको हेल्प करे.
Right. Okay. So I'll go a little back in my educational background. So I graduated from SRM University, Chennai, and I did my BTech in Information Technology, and I passed out in the year 2018. So after that, I have worked with Infosys for 2 years, and then I decided to go ahead with MBA. So this was my timeline, if I have to say. And now talking about why I wanted to do MBA and my preparation of doing MBA and what was my mindset. So I know many of the engineers who have done engineering want to do MBA at a later stage in life. So for them, I also got a lot of advice that having a little career or work experience is always better when you want to do MBA, because the placements after MBA, few companies want you to have a little work experience, a little corporate work culture experience, so that they look for that thing in candidates. So I also got similar advice. And so after doing my engineering, as I mentioned, I took 2 years to myself to figure out that if MBA, what exactly in MBA I want to do and in which career line I wanted to go. So that 2 years helped me a lot in deciding about my future career graph. So after my 2 years, I was not like preparing for complete 2 years. I would say it was more like understanding what I want to do. But the last around 2-3 months, when I decided what exactly I want to do, I started my preparation. So I would like to say that people say you have to do a lot of preparation in MBA and sit for hours together. I personally feel that 3 months of like preparing with complete concentration, I think should be more than enough. For NMIMS specifically, because I had NMIMS as one of my target colleges, and I prepared according to the exam patterns of NMIMS so that I could clear it. So that is one thing I would like to say, because I did not sit for CAT, I did not sit for MAT or any other entrance exam. I just sat for NMIMS, and I was clear that I wanted to clear it. So I prepared according to the exam structure. So I went through the previous question papers, the 5 years question papers, and I understood what are the different kinds of questions being asked. And also one good thing about NMAT exam is there is no negative marking. So you can take like calculated risks and attempt all the questions at least without leaving behind anything. So that was my strategy while preparing, and that really helped me a lot. Going through the previous 5 years question paper and understanding the pattern and what exactly do they expect. So that helped me a lot.
Yeah, so see, like आपने अपना एग्जाम दे दिया, you got a call from the college, and now अब एक second step आता है, that is हम ये इस वीडियो को ज्यादा रखेंगे कि कॉलेज कैसा है, कॉलेज लाइफ कैसी है, बट उससे पहले क्योंकि ये जर्नी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और ये जर्नी हो सकता है कई सारे एस्पिरेंट्स जो इस वीडियो को देख रहे होंगे उनको हेल्प करेगी, बिकॉज वो भी कहीं ना कहीं इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे उसी फेज में, उसी कंडीशन में, उसी सिचुएशन में होंगे। तो आपने स्कोर कर लिया, एग्जाम दे दिया, देन उसके बाद एक बहुत बड़ा स्टेप होता है वैट, पीआई, अलग अलग कॉलेजेस का, एंड वहां पे आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या आपका जो पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस था उसने हेल्प किया, या फिर एट द टाइम ऑफ इंटरव्यू क्या चीजें हैं जिसने आपको बेनिफिट किया और आपने वो कॉलेज को क्रैक किया? बिकॉज कई बार क्या होता है ना, स्टूडेंट्स ने स्कोर कर लिया बट इंटरव्यू नहीं क्रैक कर पाए, तो यू नो वो भी एक अलग ही रेस है जिसको पैरेलली ही आपको प्रिपेयर करना है और चलना है।
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, so let me first tell you what all happened after I gave my INMAT exam. So after I gave my INMAT exam, the scores came after like 1 or 2 months, and then we get an invitation for a GDPI round, and that we have to go and attend in the campus itself. So we went to an MIMS Mumbai, like we were called there, and then the first elimination round was the GD. So when like the GD round happened, it was, they gave very general questions, like nothing too specific about MBA or anything, very general questions. So I would tell about my question. I got a question based on biotechnology. Frankly speaking, me being an engineer with information technology and computer science background, I did not know much about that topic which was given. They look at your approach in GD more than the knowledge you have in the topic. Of course, knowledge is necessary, but about how you drive the conversation. So that was one of the most important thing they were looking at. So what I decided was, I always wanted to take the lead in GD to start off the topic with, so that I can invite all of my fellow participants to, you know, have a conversation, have a healthy conversation. So I started off with the GD. That was one of my strategies, because I went through a lot of tips before attending my GD, and it was always told that it is always better to start. So that gives out your leadership qualities, that gives out how confident you are. So these two, they really look at such things in a GD more than your knowledge. So yeah, I started off the floor, and after listening to my fellow participants, I understood their points and I gave my input on those points, because I told, I was not aware of the topic completely, so I was very attentive to what my fellow participants were speaking, and I built up my points on their conversation, and then I kept forward my points. So I didn't come across like I did not know anything. I gave my points on whatever they had to speak, and that's how the GD went. So this is a small tip to anyone who, like, don't blank out if you don't know anything about the topic. Try listening to what others are saying, and then if you put forward your input, they'll know that, okay, she's a confident speaker and she knows how to tackle a situation. So that thing they observe. And after GD, then I got selected from GD, and then I was called to personal interview round. Now, coming to personal interview round, again, I expected a lot of management related questions, because obviously it was MBA. But to my surprise, it was mostly based on my experience. Like, they even asked me a few coding questions, because I was from IT background, when it was nowhere relevant to my MBA, but still they asked just to know that whatever I have studied, how well I could grasp that. So that was what they were looking at, that, okay, whatever your background was, it does not matter. Like, how well you're good in your field, they wanted to judge that. So they asked me a few coding questions. They asked me about my work experience. They asked me about Infosys, which was my company. So it was more about me and what I have done till date. They don't expect you to know anything which is already going to be taught. They know MBA you're going to be taught, so they don't expect a lot from MBA based perspective. They want to look at how well you can grasp the subject and how good a learner you are. That's the main thing they see, and for that they'll test your subject matter knowledge, what you have learned till date. So that was tested. And again, I would just say one thing, they just look at your confidence. Like, whatever point you're putting forward, if you're putting forward with confidence and if you're sure of what you're saying, then I think they'll be satisfied with your answers.
So abhi Rupa ka yahi कहना है that, see, I have seen with so many students जिनको मैंने भी कहीं ना कहीं जब बात की है, counsel किया है, in my career, you know, I've seen that इट डजंट मैटर, बिकॉज जरूरी नहीं है बीइंग अ स्टूडेंट, बीइंग एन एस्पिरेंट आपको सभी चीजें पता हो. वो उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे बस ये चेक कर रहे होते हैं कि आप उस सिचुएशन को कैसे हैंडल करोगे. बिकॉज जब आप मैनेजमेंट में अपना करियर बनाना चाहते हो तो ऐसी कई सारी सिचुएशन आएंगी, राइट? और उसको कितना कॉन्फिडेंटली टैकल करोगे कि यार अब इसको कैसे हैंडल करना है. और वही अप्रोच दे वांटेड टू सी एंड दे वांटेड टू चेक एट द टाइम ऑफ इंटरव्यू एंड जीडी, राइट? एंड वही कहीं ना कहीं इन्होंने भी मैनेज किया एंड शी वाज एबल टू क्रैक NMIMS मुंबई. नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट हाउ द कॉलेज, क्या इनसाइट्स हैं, क्या ऐसी चीज है जो आपको दूसरे 20 स्कूल्स में थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है जो स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं पता है. बिकॉज अगर हम ऑनलाइन चेक करें तो हमें बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाती है, फीस ये है, एस्टैब्लिश तब हुआ था, बट हमें वहां पे ये नहीं जानना है. हमें कुछ ऐसी चीजें जाननी है जो उनको हेल्प कर सकती हैं और जो अच्छी हैं, जो कॉन्स हैं, वो सारी चीजें आपका मतलब, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी आपका MBA कंप्लीट होने ही वाला है. हाउ इज द कोर्स, हाउ इज द फैकल्टीज, क्लब्स एंड एवरीथिंग? या
Okay, so as I mentioned, I am currently doing my MBA in Business Analytics in NMIMS Mumbai. So this course started from 2019. So it was a relatively newer field, as I mentioned. So in the colleges also, like other colleges like IIM Symbiosis also started this Business Analytics course 2 or 3 years back. So it was a lot of competition because obviously it's a newer course. I was also very doubtful whether I would get proper placement opportunities or not. Of course, I was doubtful because till then no placement report was released of any of the colleges. So my main thing was about the brand value. So one thing, if you're coming into NMIMS, you can be rest assured is it has a lot of brand value in the market. So I've spoken with few consultancy firms like my relatives and everyone. They knew NMIMS and they recruited on the basis of the brand value as well, apart from the student profile, obviously. So brand value is one thing which I went for, and also the faculties. I researched about the faculties. I followed them on LinkedIn and I wanted to know like how good they are with whatever they're teaching. So the faculties are good, I would say. And also one best part about thing is the clubs, which you have mentioned in your question as well. So NMIMS Mumbai has a lot. It's just not about studies. It's about, we have our entrepreneurship club, we have our marketing club, we have our HR club. So whichever domain you're interested in under MBA, you have specific club for each one of them. So if you're interested in HR, you can go for the HR club. If you're interested in entrepreneurship, you can go for the E club. So you have something which will cater to your interests. And apart from the daily subject taught, you can skill up your specific specialization skills as well, being a part of the club. Now, I've spoken about the clubs. After that, I also would like to mention one thing that which I found is different after talking with my friends, is NMIMS is like a lot considerate, I would say, because obviously MBA is a very hectic course, and like all of us know, there are a lot of assignments, projects that is there in every MBA college, so there's nothing like that. But the teachers are very considerate because they really what do I say, they really want you to participate outside college events. Like if you are saying that there are thousands of competitions in Dare to Compete and other such platforms, they want you to have a very wholesome profile and not just the regular class profile. So they encourage you to go and participate in various events. They give you all sorts of help. The faculties are so helpful that I was a part of a competition and I needed their help at late night hours at 9 and 10 p.m. and they're always ready to help. So you can be rest assured that apart from the regular classes, you will get to learn a lot being part of many competitions, events, and we get our like mail letters from the placement committee about all the events. So obviously it's very difficult to keep a track of all the events on our own. So the placement committee is helpful there. They let you know which competitions are going in which college and you can participate. So that is one thing. And now talking about the placements, which is the most important part, and everyone wants to know.
Got placement also. So we just wanted to know
Yes.
that how was your experience and what about your other classmates, so that it will be helpful for students who are watching this video. Yeah.
Right. So as I mentioned, like 2019 was the first batch. So they are the first batch to get placed in this year, and I got an early placement actually because our batch placement was supposed to start next year because I'm still in my final trimester. But then few colleges already started visiting our colleges in the like in this year itself. So as I mentioned, like as you told that I already got placed, so I got placed in KPMG basically, and so they visited our colleges really early, and the package was also quite good. Like it was above my expectations, I would say, like whatever I was aiming for. So yeah, like I am satisfied with the placement, and I was most doubtful about my placement because as it is a relatively newer course, so no one had a proper history or stats to look at while taking the admission. But even being a new course, I would say the placements are really catching up high. All our seniors got placed this, like whoever were having placements this year, and I would say the average is really like, it was told that the average is 10 LPA, but my seniors got the average as 15 LPA or like 15 LPA, and the placement report is going to be out soon. But yeah, so this is the status. So if you're planning to take part in business analytics as a course in NMIMS Mumbai, do not worry that it's a new course like I was worried. You can of course take admission because the placements are going well, so you no need to worry about the placements. If you have interest in business analytics as a field, and if you want to go in this career, you can of course join this.
Abhirupa, matlab one personal kind of question, I mean if you just want, if you're comfortable answering it, what is KPMG में आप प्लेस हुए हैं, आपको क्या पैकेज ऑफर किया है KPMG ने, so that वो स्टूडेंट्स को एक रहता है ना कि यार मैंने इतना इन्वेस्टमेंट किया और मुझे एंड ऑफ द डे क्या मिलेगा, राइट? तो आपको क्या पैकेज ऑफर किया गया है KPMG में?
Okay, so I obviously cannot tell the exact figure because the placements are still happening for our batch. But what I would say is I wanted a placement above 15 LPA, and I got that. That's all I can say, that it was above 15 LPA definitely, wherein our college offered a average of 10 LPA. So yeah, definitely it was more than that. So many students also think that the placement figures which are given in the report are fake, or how much should we rely on that. Yeah, but I would say that you can definitely go with the placement figures. It's not just randomly given a number, it's a proper number, so it's not.
And the reason is also NMIMS is a brand itself, right? It is among top B schools in India, right? तो होता क्या है कि हम यहाँ पे किसी tier 2 कॉलेज की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं जिन्होंने जो बोला है हमें थोड़ा सा, but with the brand, as she is quite happy with her placements, and जितने भी उनके seniors हैं उनका भी placement हुआ है. And business analytics is one of the things जो कि booming course है अगर हम future perspective देखें, because post COVID जो companies हैं they are ऑपरेटिंग ऑनलाइन है, राइट? एक यूजर बेस, सारी चीजें कहीं ना कहीं ऑनलाइन का जो क्रेज बढ़ा है उसमें ये इसका एनालिसिस, राइट? हमारे पास जो यूजर आ रहे हैं उसका एनालिसिस जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, और यही एनालिसिस कंपनीज को हेल्प करता है टू ग्रो देयर बिजनेस, राइट? तो ये कैसा स्पेशलाइजेशन है, बिकॉज being an MBA aspirant, we always think that we should go with general or marketing or finance, but whenever it comes to the new specialization, the new subjects, we have this question कि यार क्या इसमें scope होगा या नहीं होगा. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर हम बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स की बात करें तो उसकी डिमांड है, स्पेशली कंपनीज लाइक दीस, राइट, जो कि डेटा पे डील कर रही हैं, जो कि ऑनलाइन डील कर रही हैं. और यही एक वजह है कि जब इन्होंने कॉलेज का प्लेसमेंट देखा था तो उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे कॉलेज 10 लाख क्लेम कर रहा था, बट इट इज अराउंड 15 लाख बिकॉज कंपनी नीड सच काइंड ऑफ पीपल, मैन पावर, राइट? क्योंकि अभी ये नया ट्रेंड आया है और नए ट्रेंड के साथ साथ एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज काफी ज्यादा निकली हैं. व्हाट डू यू से?
Exactly, I would say that because the main thing here is data. Nowadays, as you mentioned, everything is online, so there's a lot of user data, and just having data is not enough for the companies if you can't derive the business insights out of data, and that is exactly what business analytics course teaches you. It basically teaches you how to derive the business insights which will be useful for the company, and they can generate more profit out of it. So like I would just like to give a little more insight about our course and the subjects which we have. So obviously general MBA subjects, we have to understand the domain like the domain subjects, but apart from the general HR and marketing and everything, business analytics also teaches you the data visualization tools, like as you must have heard Tableau and Power BI. Every company wants you to have that if you want to derive their business data and insights. So they are full-time subjects for us, and also Python, R programming, wherein machine learning is taught to us. So why these subjects are being taught to us is, of course, domain knowledge is important, but how do you derive business insights out of it is what exactly business analytics teaches you. So if you are someone who wants to have the best of both worlds, technical as well as management in business, then business analytics is for you, because you have technical subjects as well as you have business related subjects like marketing and HR and everything. So this is about the course I wanted to tell, because not many of them have an exact idea about what analytics is, as it's a relatively new course. So yeah, if it helps you.
So this is one last question to Abhirupa, that what is the one piece of advice what you wanted to give to the aspirants जो इस साल कैट लिखने वाले हैं या फिर दूसरे एग्जाम्स लिखने वाले हैं, तो आप क्या एडवाइस देना चाहोगे जो आपने अपनी एक्सपीरियंस से सीखा है?
Okay, so first I would like to say that obviously MBA is not just MBA. I would say that try to understand that what exactly you want to do in your career. Like, okay, you want to do MBA is one part of it, of course, I understood that part, but what in MBA, whether you want to go in the HR field or you want to go in the marketing field. And I would also say that there are different colleges which are better in different fields. Like some colleges may be better in HR, some colleges may be better in marketing. So do that research well, that which college is better in the field under MBA, and then go for that or aim that college. Don't just aim for MBA, aim for where in MBA and what in MBA. So have that mindset a little bit. And next I would say, obviously, as I mentioned, research is very important about the colleges. And the second thing is that one thing I have learned like in my GD, PI interviews everywhere, just be confident. If you are able to convince the person in front of you that you're confident in whatever you're saying, they will of course get the vibe that okay, this candidate is reliable and he or she will manage whatever he or she is saying, and he or she is just not saying for the sake of it. So be confident in whatever you know, and that's all. These are the two things.
I just want to conclude it with very important thing जो अभी रूपा ने भी mention की. मैं बहुत सारे videos में मैंने यही बोला है कि जब भी आप MBA कर रहे हो, it is not about colleges, it is about specialization, because जरूरी नहीं है कि आपकी specialization के हिसाब से आप जो college select कर रहे हो वो अच्छा हो. तो ये रिसर्च बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि HR के लिए क्या चूज करना है, एनालिटिक्स के लिए क्या चूज करना है, मार्केटिंग के लिए क्या चूज करना है. दूसरी piece of advice, because it's been years, you know, I've taken a lot of interviews. It's been almost 5-6 years, right? तो होता क्या है, जब आप इंटरव्यू ले रहे होते हो तो आपकी डिग्री, आपका रिज्यूमे, आपका CV एक चीज है, राइट, जो आपने देख लिया कि अच्छा ये सारी चीजें हैं. एंड ऑफ द डे वो आप अपने आप को वहां बेचने बैठे हो, हाउ यू विल बी सेलिंग योरसेल्फ. और अगर आप खुद को ही नहीं कॉन्फिडेंटली बेच पा रहे हो कि यू नो आई हैव दिस सेट ऑफ स्किल्स जो कि आपकी कंपनी के लिए यूजफुल है, तो कोई भी कंपनी नहीं रखेगी, भले आप यू नो किसी Tier 1 कॉलेज में जाओ या Tier 2 कॉलेज में जाओ या किसी भी कॉलेज में जाओ. And that is where it plays a very important role. Be confident. It is your asset, right? अगर आप confident हो, हमेशा क्या होता है ना, जब भी, क्योंकि हर स्टूडेंट कैट में 99 स्कोर करे या हर स्टूडेंट NMI में क्रैक करे, ये पॉसिबल नहीं है, बिकॉज बहुत सारे एस्पिरेंट्स हैं और नंबर ऑफ सीट्स कम है व्हेन इट कम्स टू Tier 1 कॉलेजेस. सो यू जस्ट हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट आपका क्या स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट है और उस स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट को आपको कैसे कैपिटलाइज करना है. बिकॉज कंपनी पैसा आपको देने वाली है, कॉलेज सिर्फ आपको एक प्लेटफॉर्म देने वाला है जहां पे अपॉर्चुनिटीज आएंगी और उसी बेसिस पे आपको सिलेक्ट करना है. इट इज नॉट लाइक कि आप एक कॉलेज में चले गए बट यू आर फीलिंग लाइक कि आपको मुझे सब मिल जाएगा, तो यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है, बिकॉज एंड ऑफ द डे वो कंपनी आपको पे करने वाली है, उस कॉलेज को नहीं. और जब आप इस चीज को समझोगे, आपके पास कभी सोचना ही नहीं पड़ेगा कि मेरा प्लेसमेंट लगेगा या नहीं, बिकॉज हर कंपनी को मैनेजमेंट लोगों की रिक्वायरमेंट है, right, and उनको अपना business grow करना है. They just need the right set of skills and right set of people who can drive their business to the next level, right? और यही हमने ये पूरे इंटरव्यू में जाना समझा कि अभिरूपा was having just one thing, that is confidence. जब उससे ऐसा सवाल पूछा गया जिसके बारे में उसको नहीं पता था, she tried to handle with confidence and she even cracked, you know, her, you know, placement also. जहाँ पे बाकी स्टूडेंट्स का प्लेसमेंट बाद में होता है, बट शी गेट हर प्लेसमेंट एंड शी इज जस्ट हैप्पी, एज यू कैन सी ऑल्सो, and very satisfied with the program also. So that what we are trying to help you out with, कि हम इन वीडियो से कहीं ना कहीं आपकी मदद कर सके ताकि आप एक अच्छा बी स्कूल सेलेक्ट कर सको. और अगर आप किसी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे अटक रहे हो कि यार ये कैसे होगा, ये क्या करूं, डर लग रहा है, तो यार ये वीडियोस आपकी हेल्प करें. So this was me Arshikan with Abhirupa, right? I hope आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया है तो लाइक करना है, शेयर करना है, and do not forget to subscribe, right? So thank you so much. Thank you, Abhirupa, for your time, and it was so good talking to you. Thank you. Yeah.
Same here. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
I hope you liked this video. For more such videos, keep watching our channel.
And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.